walks before sunrise in this city of sin. His wings broken for the moment, feet smacked to the ground. He will walk for the duration of night as it fades out. And you can see the brittle glass bones as magic hour passes. He could climb skyscrapers and use the windows as glasses. His back bends at angles unrecorded. He'd do anything to get his vertebrae reordered. He bartered his sanity for a walk among monoliths, and this emptied out street was the last thing that bothered him. It was a moment as if sun chased the blink of an eye, and he was running to cold rock, but he was followed by fire. It was a sun-moon saloon fight when the orchids didn't bloom right. The heliocentric world had a venomous bite, and then whiteout and permanent ink mixed to make a moment where this man would view Earth tilt through a blown lens. As it rolled defeated on that universe floor, he still walked. Gravity still worked, but it was not without struggle that his feet touched crust. And as every second passed, the sun traveled up, and the minute the blue planet stopped rolling, he would fall into the sky and wait for the next morning. As he fell upwards, his head would hit cloud cover, celestial skull crack, skyborne concussion. Would never spill his marbles, he knew his bones well. He'd hit the sky a million times, but his face would never tell. The clouds before the morning hit were ever denser than granite, but his bones would reassemble. His face remained scarlet, and although the upwards plummet had never caused him much unrest, at times he wished to sink through the scarlet clouds of the sunset. But as long as he came to the next morning walking, he could try again to escape his dream and make his true God an offering. But as of now his head headed towards five senses deadened, and his soft orange light was coming sooner than expected. The bones in his feet, they were less and less pressured until gravity would give way and his frame would be rejected. If there was ever an example of a split-second detective, it would be this wingless wanderer with a splintering perspective. He wrecked it, bad, and his eyes would never rest, nor would his demons find him in his celestial address. When gravity flipped, he'd reach out, he was desperate to hold on, but his hands would be as soft as the clouds that knocked him unconscious. His silken bone structure wavered in morning wind, and the air holding him down vibrated his favorite hymns. It would be a lovely fall as lighted windows rushed past him, and the pastel technicolor busted through night's casket. It was duality that kept him, maintained his dreams, but sleeping in cloud lining is easier than it seems.
I guess I'll just keep walking. 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 I guess I'll just keep walking.
Footstep by footstep, daylight by daylight, he'd wait right until his broken body made the same flight. And sometimes the memory of his previous joke of an AM would tickle and bite him at the darker side of his brainstem, but it never quite surfaced as legitimate recall. His thin illiterate feet had always failed to read the rainfall, and these saturated streets acted as paths to his nowhere. He would walk cold but curious through his handmade delirious, and next time the dawn cracked, would he fall up forever? His thought would always ask him as he fell into frescoed heavens. The wind would cut skin as his journey up progressed, but rest assured the rest occurred beneath his brainwave's crest. So there he traveled, in troughs of thoughts unraveled, baffled by the sky and how oh so fast he traveled. He was a tragic comedian, first-hand feeling the medians. His fleeting vision treated him to love taps that weakened him, and he was on the cusp of finally waking up, but for fear of his own discomfort he chose to stay trapped. The fact that he laughed at Mobius looped lucid dream life, unorthodox at best in this post-nuclear bedtime. If he could only get himself to look at his beaten dreams, he would quit this horrid cycle and regrow his wings. He wouldn't have to leave what he loved about the sunrise. He could simply soar above his hate and finally let his tears die.
I guess I'll just keep walking. 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 I guess I'll just keep walking.